This is going to blow your mind. Picture a kingdom where emperors fall, generals rebel, and the fate of an entire empire hangs by a thread. Imagine a world where trust is a rare commodity, and betrayal lurks around every corner. The Byzantine Empire, with its glittering palaces and legendary city of Constantinople, was a place where power was never secure, and the throne was always up for grabs. In this world, ambition was both a weapon and a curse, and the line between friend and foe was razor-thin. Alliances shift faster than you can say Byzantium. One day, a nobleman is your closest ally. The next, he's plotting your downfall. The Byzantine Civil Wars weren't just battles fought with swords and shields. They were high-stakes games of chess, where every move could mean life or death. These wars were epic stories of ambition, survival, and the relentless pursuit of power. Let's dive right in. The Byzantine Empire in the 11th and 12th centuries was a cauldron of intrigue and danger. Behind the glittering palaces of Constantinople, a storm brewed. Weak emperors, greedy nobles, and ambitious generals all vied for power. The empire's rulers were constantly looking over their shoulders, never sure who might betray them next. The drama wasn't just for show. The stakes were real, and the consequences could be deadly. Weak emperors struggled to maintain control, while powerful families schemed to put their own candidates on the throne. Greedy nobles amassed private armies, and foreign threats like the Seljuk Turks circled like vultures, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It wasn't just about defending borders. The real danger came from inside. The empire's greatest threats often wore silk robes, not armor. Plots were hatched in candlelit rooms, and loyalty was always for sale. The Byzantine court was a place where fortunes could change overnight, and a single whisper could topple an emperor. Take Alexios Komnenos, for example. In 1081, his own cousin, Nikephoros III, tried to snatch the throne. This wasn't just a family squabble, it was a full-blown crisis that threatened to tear the empire apart. The streets of Constantinople echoed with the sounds of marching soldiers and whispered conspiracies. What followed was a brutal civil war, families torn apart, alliances broken overnight, and the fate of the empire hanging in the balance. Brothers fought against brothers, and old friends became bitter enemies. The city's walls, which had stood for centuries, now witnessed some of the bloodiest struggles in Byzantine history. The civil wars weren't just about who wore the crown. They were about survival. Every noble family had to pick a side, knowing that the wrong choice could mean exile or execution. Soldiers switched allegiances, sometimes in the middle of battle, and entire regions of the empire were plunged into chaos. But Alexios wasn't just tough. He was clever. He knew that brute force alone wouldn't save his throne. He made deals with Western leaders, even the Pope, to outsmart his rivals and take back control. These alliances were risky, but they gave Alexios the edge he needed. He promised land, gold, and influence in exchange for military support, playing the West against his enemies at home. With cunning diplomacy and sheer determination, Alexios reclaimed his throne. His victory wasn't just a personal triumph, it was a turning point for the empire. The civil wars had shown that the Byzantine state could bend without breaking, but every conflict left scars that would never fully heal. These wars were more than power grabs. They shaped the empire's future, for better or worse. The constant infighting weakened the empire's defenses, making it vulnerable to outside threats, but it also forced the Byzantines to adapt, to become masters of survival in a world where nothing was certain. The legacy of the civil wars is written in the crumbling walls of Constantinople and the faded glory of the empire's once mighty armies. They showed both the strength and fragility of Byzantium, a civilization that could endure incredible hardship but was always at risk of tearing itself apart from within. So, what do you think mattered most? Weak leaders, outside enemies, or the endless ambition of those within? The story of the Byzantine Civil Wars is a reminder that the greatest threats often come from within, and that the struggle for power can shape the destiny of nations. Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic history.